want to give y'all a minute or two to join me. And I feel like I'm extra close, so hold on for some technical adjustments. All right, there we go. All right, I am excited. Okay, welcome everybody. Let me get my table set up. Oh, okay. So the first half of this is primarily going to be facing me. Then at some point, I'm going to turn the camera towards the table. That's just a heads up. Welcome to day one of your ancestors speak. Okay, I'm like hyped, so my energy might seem a little like. All right. My name is Amina Hextall. I'm the CEO of STEAM Holistic Arts. I'm also the creator of the STEAM technique. STEAM stands for Soul Transforming Energy and Movement. And pretty much, it came to me as a higher purpose at a time where I was in my dance career, and my body was going through changes. I was having children, and I felt like I needed something that addressed the whole, not just the physical, but my spirit, everything. So I came up with STEAM during a time where I was kind of going through what I call functioning depression, which is where you're going through the motions. Everybody think everything's good, and then at home you're like, ooh, ooh, ooh. You in your feelings, or sometimes you don't even let them play out. And in those dark moments, in those dark times, I started to feel like there has to be something else. There has to be something else. Even my joy that was dance wasn't bringing me joy anymore. Like I was starting not to feel like I fit into the community. And I just started to feel like I needed something more. So I started doing research, and I had already been kind of sparked in my teen years. I happened to have a child in my dance company whose mother, rest in peace, Myra Scott, had a place in her basement called the Shrine of Mayat. And I went through her rites of passage program, and that's where my eyes were opened, like crystal healing energy, Reiki healing. I had to be maybe 19 years old, and I just remember being like in awe. And it was my first time getting a reading from someone other than a friend or family member. And but that wasn't my first experience with feeling like I had a connection to my ancestors. Let's go back to the beginning before I even get into the techniques that I want to show y'all today, because today's called Feel the Shift, if you didn't know. And so we're going to move. We're going to do some STEAM so that you can shift some energy, get things flowing. So I hope you're ready to move. We're going to do some deep breathing and everything. But at first, I just want you to understand the journey and the process. Like, it's not something where you wake up one day and you're like, oh, I can foresee the future. It's not anything like that. It's not like Whoopi Goldberg in Ghost, where you're sitting and people's spirits are jumping into your body, where you can see them lined up waiting to jump in. I don't know. Maybe some people have that experience. I can't speak for every medium, but I've never had that experience on my end or on the end of someone that was giving me a session, a reading. So when I was young, I was probably fourth, fifth grade. I remember coming home from dance school one day with my sisters and my mother, and we got to the door, and there was a letter in the door, piece of paper, and I remember her looking at it, and she was like, it's a phone number. It says call me, but it looks like a Virginia number. And I remember blurting out, granddaddy died. And then she looked at me, and I remember being like, no, 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 no. And then we went in the house, and you know where this is going. She calls the number, and that's literally the news. So I never forgot that. That was something that I had to go through an inner child healing process because I thought I caused it. I was like, I spoke it and it happened. And not realizing that maybe I felt it. But I was too young to understand at that time. So now when I look back, I say, wow, I could have probably been way further on my spiritual journey had I not, had that experience and shut down for a while. But when you are meant to be on a spiritual journey, God and your ancestors, they don't stop. If you happen to be like, not today, God, not today, ancestors, and I'm gonna do this right now because this is what I feel like doing. And what you want me to do takes too much work, and I gotta change and heal and forgive people. Ain't nobody doing all that. I'm gonna do this right now. You're gonna continuously run into that same energy, either through other people be coming to you talking about something spiritual, and you'll be looking like, oh my God, yeah, okay. Or somebody will take you to an event that'll, boom, something about your ancestry, or it'll keep coming into your face. Maybe you'll run into somebody that reads. So you'll constantly keep getting hit with it. And that's what happened to me. Growing up, I constantly got it back in my face. Teenage years, my god sister started reading tarot. And that was at a time where it was like, well, kind of is still now, like the taboo, like tarot cards. But, back then it was even more ignorance to it. Like, it's the devil's tool and all this stuff. So we were kind of like doing it in secret. And I had already had a scare. This shows how long I had been they've been trying to get me. I remember we used to make fortune tellers. That was the young kid way of doing, trying to tap into their intuitive gifts. So I actually made some for when I do fun readings with clients where it's like, we're just going to have a little read, just fun. And I made a few to match chakra colors, but it's also to remind you of when you were young and when you just simply trusted. We used to play a game, I don't know if anybody goes this far back, called MASH. And it was another like intuitive game. You used a number and it predicted where you're going to live, how much money you're going to have. Then they came out with that Ouija board, which I actually, as a child, got, and it freaked me out. They made too many movies about it. I couldn't do the Ouija board thing. But some people, that's their thing. That's not my thing. But tapping in intuitively, yeah, that's I naturally, and everybody's naturally able to do that. And you'll probably realize by the end of this whole workshop series that you've always been intuitive, because intuition is simply that voice that you usually say, and don't listen to. It's usually that voice. And you end up later being like, yeah, I knew I should have did that, but dag, I wish I did that. That was you ignoring either signals coming in from your ancestors, or the divine trying to point you in a direction, or just your higher self having a knowing, getting an epiphany, and you're just like, don't trust it. You'll see towards the end of these days of doing the work that you've always been intuitive. And by the end of these sessions, you will know in what way you're intuitive. Meaning, do you look at cards? Are you, well, I don't want to go into all that yet, but clairvoyance, claircognizant, there's different levels to it. Maybe you're someone who sees and knows. Maybe you're somebody who feels it in your gut, in your body. A lot of people have that and ignore it. Feeling you're in a situation and you already could feel in your body like something's not right. Something's not right. But you stay. And then boom, you get that moment where you're like, I knew I should have. I felt that. So you'll know what one you have. There's a few. There's one where you hear, Maybe you hear it. Maybe you hear someone saying something. Maybe you could hear a certain sound. It gets your attention. It hits some kind of clue to you that opens up your mind to a message. So on that note, that was pretty much how I discovered I was intuitive, was blurting out that, then being reintroduced to the Tarot and the Yoruba, where my god sister also read coconut shells, or OB, which that was new to me at the age of 16. Like, what? What you seeing? What are you reading? The one is black side, white side? I still don't have OB. I don't read OB. But everything just kept popping back up in my face. Like, you're supposed to be doing something with this. Go to dance studios older as a young adult, and I meet another woman who reads, and we end up going back and forth. I ended up reading people in the dance community that to this day some people I don't remember. I'll be at a class or a conference and someone will come up to me and be like, you might not remember, but like way back in the day, you did a reading for me and it's still coming true. It's manifesting. And I'm like, okay. So it just keeps calling to you. So you being here in this workshop, this is either your first call or you kept getting called and you kept doing I ain't got time right now, ancestors. I'm doing this right now, God, leave me alone, whatever. But you're here today. Yes. All right. So, moving on from that, I created this technique called steam, and it has a little routine to it. And there's two, but today we're going to learn the first one, and it's real easy. I always make the mistake of saying that. I don't like to say something's really easy, because then if someone struggles with it, it makes you feel like, well, damn, she said it was real easy and I'm not getting it. So I don't want to say it's really easy, but it's any level of someone that, any level of a dancer can get it, even if you've never danced in your life. So pretty much you're just following the movements. Hey, I see y'all. Hey, now I can see some of my comments. But we're gonna get up in this steam routine. I'm going to go over each movement with you so that you understand exactly what I was thinking when I came up with it, and what it's supposed to do and activate within you. So let me make sure I'm staying on track, because I can ramble and then I'll be like, oh shoot, I skipped this and that. Okay. Yeah, so let's do that. Then after we do the steam routine, because it's going to get you grounded and just you'll feel an energy shift. Then we're going to sit and we're going to do, I'm going to guide you through a visualization where you will connect to ancestors or specific ancestor. We will see. But first things first, let's rise. Oh, I got on these weird multicolored socks. I forgot to take them off. Okay. Alrighty. So it's pretty simple. I'm gonna go over each movement first, but let me I want to have the ambiance of the music in the background. So let me get my music. Okay. All right, so the first movement I like to call recognizing your power and clearing your aura or your vibe, because that's pretty much what you're going to be doing. And what I want you to tap into is the energy you feel in your hands and the bottoms of your feet. Hold on, let me, I think this is at the end. Yeah. So I want to use drums to back me up. I don't want to turn it up too loud, because one time I did that and the vibration didn't pick up. I didn't like the way it picked up. So hopefully you can hear it without feedback. So the first move, I want you to feel the palms of your hands the energy in the middle of your hands, in your fingertips, all the way down to your fingertips, because as you'll learn during this week, each fingertip is associated to an element. And when you are pressing them and doing hand mudras, as we'll do tomorrow, you will start, no, in fact, that's day 3. You will start to see that you're activating certain things within your body, as well as focus points. But let me not go ahead of myself. We're going to use our hands today to shift the vibration of the energy around us while shifting the energy within. So the first movement, you're gathering up light energy, inhaling through your mouth and pulling it up. This I like to consider a chakra clearing. And then you exhale and you're sending it right back, sending out anything that no longer serves you on all levels, not just the air you're breathing out, just all levels. So you're doing that twice. This will be the second one, and out. All right, you're going down to the earth, not all the way down, as low as you can go. And what you're visualizing is either sand, water, soil, whatever represents Mother Nature to you, or the earth. And you're scooping it up and clearing your energy with some of Mama Earth's energy. Because Mama Earth naturally cleanses. And down. So you're doing that to both sides. You're back to the breath work. Breathing in. So this is just a walkthrough so that you can get the movements. This is 2 times. All right. The whole time, make sure you are focusing on feeling the energy shifting. Your palms might feel warm. You're going down one more time. Scoop. And clear. Other side, repeating down. Scoop. And clear. Your next movement is another energy, like vibration, aura clearing move. But it's also meant to help you release, let go of stuff that just is not, it's like, it's no big deal. Just let it go, that type of vibe. So your feet are going step, 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 step. Arms, 1, clear, 2, clear. Both arms, let it go. Other way, let it go. 1, clear. Step, 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 send it away. Step, push it away. All right, it's your second move. Well, because the first one I kind of see it as a combo. After that, you are clearing obstacles out of your path and then opening to receive your blessings. So you're simply stepping together. Step together, step together. Clear your path. Open to receive blessings and clear. And open and clear and open. Okay, step together. The same feet, different arms. You're going to send love out and take it in to the heart center. Send it out and take it in and send it out and take it in. Send it out and take it in. All right. From there, you're gonna walk with me. This is giving and receiving, a balance. When you give, you receive, and vice versa. Step, step, step. And if you want to activate feminine energy, then you use your hips. Okay? Let's go back to the beginning. Do the whole thing. The ending, pretty much, you can follow me. It's just the same feet stepping. And I'm just going to change the arms up. So let's go back to the breath work. Breathe in. And out. And in. love from Mama Earth. Bend down. Scoop it up. Clear aura. Wash. Other way. Down. Scoop it up. And clear. We're going to go to the next move. Step and clear. Step and clear. Both arms up. Send it way up. Release and repeat. Step. Step. Up. Way. Let's clear obstacles out of our past. And open to receive your blessings. Repeat. And open. Step together. Step together. Gonna spread love and take love in, send it out and bring it in. Step together, step together, step together. Walk with me, we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Giving and receiving. Let's get some love from Mama Earth. And honor your ancestors. Dance with your ancestors. Thank your spirit guides for guiding you here today. And to the Most High. Love. I'm gonna go back to the breathing just to wrap this up. Breathe in. And exhale. And in. And out. In. And out. In. Take it all the way up to your soul star chakra and breathe out. Bring your hands together. All right. So, I didn't expect to really sweat, honestly, and I'm sweating, so yeah, that part. Let me turn this down some. Okay. Woo, so now I want to take y'all on, actually, I'm going to come back to the guided visualization, because after doing that movement, I don't want to bring the energy down just yet. Okay. Let me go back to my calm music. Okay. All right. So, ooh, I did not expect to be that hot or for doing that. If you're sweating, I didn't mean for y'all to be sweating, but that's ancestor energy too. I'll tell you this, when I'm reading and I'm calling on ancestral energies, I always sweat. I get really hot. And that's ancestors. Ancestors are just those who have passed on, okay? I'm not connecting to specific like ancestor, meaning only ancient African ancestry or ancient German and European. It could be ancestors that recently passed. It could be friends that were so close, they're like family, and they end up on your team of spirit guides. So we tapping into all light. So the importance, I do want to be clear on the importance of connecting with them. The benefits of tapping into ancestral energy. First of all, it's a great connection to have for support. You don't feel alone. You're not alone anyway, whether you acknowledge their presence or not. They make themselves known in many ways. Most people who aren't aware, who aren't tapped in, they call the situations or the incidents like, wow, something weird happened, or really strange, something happened, or this place is haunted, because they don't understand. And that's usually because they don't understand that they keep having those really big experiences because they're trying so hard to get your attention. So if you're one of those people and you're having like these otherworldly experiences, they're really trying to get your attention. Like there's some work you need to do or some connecting with them you need to do. Or they see you in need and they're like, hey, we want to support you. We're here. You have to talk to us, you know? So one of the ways if to open up to your ancestors is to set up an altar. Some people aren't comfortable with that. All I say is connect to the ancestors that you know. You don't have to set up some huge altar like symbols of ancient ancestors and all this stuff. No, you could find a photo of an ancestor you knew that you're very close to, set it up really pretty. What did they like to drink? Put that glass there, and you could sit in that area and have yourself a glass of water, tea, or whatever you drink, and talk to them, tap in to their energy. Light a white candle every 7 days or every now and then when you feel like you need to clear the energy in that space. And it's that simple, you know. And it's not something like, well, you could cover the space with some white cloth and stuff like that, but there are ways to honor your ancestors and tap in, and you don't have to like read. You don't have to be an oracle to hear what they want to say to you. Sometimes they work with symbols and synchronicities. Like you keep hearing their name, or you keep thinking you hear their voice, or you smell something that they used to cook or eat a lot of. It's little things like that to get your attention. And that's their way of communicating and just saying, hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm still here, you know? So it's nothing to be afraid of. And that's something I've been trying to dispel for a while, even in schools with kids. Like you don't have to be afraid of ancestors. And the thing is, it depends on the culture, you know? It's like certain ancestors are cool and some are scary. And it's what they depict in theaters. You know, if I go to see Gladiator, for example, that history will look like glorious Roman Empire. And then you have, wait, why is it telling me? Okay. It's like you'll go to that culture, and that's not to knock the culture, but just saying that it's depicted differently. And then you'll see, for example, African ancient ancestry represented by mummies and the Walking Dead, and you know, and then Anubis, they make him look like he's the devil. And so I understand why, you know, a lot of people are afraid. It's propaganda that has done that, but it's nothing to be afraid of. I'd be more afraid if I wasn't connected to my ancestry or my roots, and I was just here in this world just floating around. But it also assists you with boosting personal growth, with boosting your healing, and through you doing the work, you are also helping generations heal, even the spirits of those that came before you. By you doing healing work and making the progress, you're healing their generational blocks, and you're clearing the way for generations to come that won't have to go through the struggle or the things that your ancestors had to go through. So it's important to cultivate a deeper bond. Nature helps you too, getting out into nature, you know, sitting outside in nature. So what I want to do now is I will do the visualization. So I want to give you time. If you have crystals that you like to meditate with or pray with, if you don't have crystals, it doesn't matter. You can light incense, light sage. Maybe you like to dim your lights, whatever it is that you do to relax. You know, if you've never meditated before, you never visualized before, that's fine. You know, it's the first time for everything. You could always just find a way that you're comfortable. You don't have to sit in the lotus position unless that's comfortable for you. You can sit in a chair, you can sit on the floor, you can lie on your back if you know that you're not going to pass out. I rarely do meditations where I'm laying on my back, because I will wake up the next day. Like, what was I doing? So don't do that if you're already kind of tired. So let's go. Now I hear my son out there. I'm hoping he's gonna let me be great with this guided visualization, and he's not gonna be my backup vocalist. Let me see. I don't know if I want to use this music here. Hold on. I like to go with. Okay, they said you're using this music because it's not letting me change it. All right, so this is just a little ambiance. Hopefully it's not giving you crazy feedback. All right. If it sounds horrible, if the music is horrible, just put in the comments like, girl, the feedback's crazy. I can't visualize. I can't focus, okay? Because I don't want the music to be a distraction. All righty. Let me get my self together. My crystal. Okay. All righty. You don't have to have your hands in any specific way. Today's just about getting the energy started, getting the connection going. So you can sit with your palms open, on your lap open, ready to receive any messages. Close your eyes. All right, take a deep breath in through your mouth. And exhale. And on the exhale, start to feel as if you are rooting into the earth, as if roots and cords are extending from the base of your spine and the bottoms of your feet. Take another deep breath in through your mouth and feel these roots or cords extending deeper, as if stretching and reaching for the heart center, the core of the earth. Exhale and feel yourself expanding, really connecting to the planet, really feeling the energy, the light, the love, and the support of Mama Earth. Let's take another deep breath in through your mouth and start to feel light energy coming up these roots or cords. And exhale and feel that energy as it comes up your legs, up your spine, down your arms to your hands, all the way up to the top of your crown. So taking a deep breath through your nose and exhale through your nose. And as you inhale through your nose, I want you to focus on the feeling of new beginnings, new fresh air entering your body. And exhaling through your nose, I want you to focus on feeling everything that no longer serves a purpose in your body, in your life, exiting. So breathe in through your nose deeply and exhale and release and relax and just let go of any stresses, any worries. Just let them go. They're not important right now. Your healing is important. Take another deep breath in through your nose. Filling yourself up with that light and love. Feel it coming up your legs, your back. Just feel lit. And exhale and just feel yourself letting go, getting lighter and lighter as you let go of things that are in your vibration that no longer serve a purpose. And now I want you to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose, finding your own flow, your own rhythm in sync with the universe's heartbeat, however you flow in through your nose and exhale out through the nose is the flow that you're meant to be on. So you just find your flow. Just make sure each breath in, you're feeling that air coming into your body, reviving you, refreshing you. And every exhale, you feel lighter as you just let go of stuff that's just been sitting in your energy for a long time and needed to be released. Every inhale, you're recharging, and every exhale, you're releasing. And just continue to focus on your breathing. And as you breathe, I want you to allow your mind's eye to open. And I want you to visualize yourself someplace you feel safe, someplace you feel is beautiful, where you feel relaxed, where you feel comfortable. It could be a beach, it could be a bedroom, it could be the forest, it could be a park, it doesn't matter. Someplace where your spirit feels at ease, feels comfortable and relaxed. And as you are in this space, just enjoying the energy, the ambiance, the feeling of safety, of knowing that you are okay here, I want you to allow yourself to feel the energy around you. And as you're breathing, visualize your ancestral team in light form. Maybe you see them as they were in the living. However you see them, I want you to feel their energy first, and then in your mind's eye, give them form. See them around you in your safe space as they are around you right now. Now, there may be a dominant ancestral figure, one that you were closest to, that you see very clearly. I want you to allow yourself to stand in the center of this energy, of these beings, and allow them to send love and light to your heart center. And even if there's only one ancestor that you see or feel right now, open up your heart and deeply breathe in the love and the light that they are sending to your heart right now to assist you with clearing the energy there, getting rid of, or starting the process of getting rid of any, I don't want to call it residue or leftover energy from previous experiences. Make sure you're breathing. And maybe you can visualize this light energy coming from their heart center and coming to yours. As you breathe, feel it. Feel yourself lighting up. Feel yourself opening to receive. I'm going to repeat that, light workers, because we don't do this often enough. Open to receive. You give a lot of love, you give a lot of light. Now, let your ancestors, your guides, or your ancestor, let them give you the love and the support that you deserve. And just breathe. And if thoughts try to enter your mind, let them go. Nothing is more important than this moment, this connecting right now. And whatever you need, you can tell your ancestor through your thoughts, or you can speak it out. Whatever you want. Maybe you just want to feel them around you more. Maybe you need some obstacles moved out of your pathway so that you can reach an ultimate goal. Maybe you want more signs so that you know when they're there, which they always are. Some may be stronger in energy than others, but that's a whole nother thing. And as you relish in this energy, this light, this love, I want you to deeply breathe in gratitude as you're slowly going to return to your space you're in now. So take a deep breath in through your mouth, taking in that loving energy, and exhale through your mouth, sending that loving light back out to your guide, your guardian angel. Take another deep breath in through your mouth and slowly start to feel yourself coming back to the space you're in. Exhale. Going to take another deep breath in through your mouth. Feeling that love and support still in your heart. Exhale. Any tension that might be left over in your body, shake that off, let it go. And taking one more deep breath in through your mouth. Feel yourself glowing up. Exhale and just relax. You can smile, you can let out a sigh of relief, like, oh yeah. Slowly move your feet. Rub the tops of your legs if you've been sitting, in one position for a long time. Wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself some love. All right. So you can do that anytime. Okay. Now, I was going to turn the camera around and do this whole setup. I'm going to just read straight today. Let me turn this down some. So I'm going to read straight today. This is the intuitive guidance part. But I want to be clear. And someone asked me what was the difference. And sometimes I do get inbox questions, and you might hear your question. I won't say your name, but you might hear your question come through. But someone asked me what was the difference between getting an intuitive guidance session and what I call a sit session. Intuitive guidance is just that. I'm going to give you a intuitive guidance session. I will read you and I will give you some guidance and some advice. And literally, I don't give a read and you leave not knowing, still feeling totally unclear. You'll have some idea, some direction. But a sit session is STEAM intuitive therapy. That's a little different. A whole private session to yourself and some intuitive guidance. And intuitive guidance goes beyond just reading cards, but also intuitive. So that's where it becomes more therapeutic, because I'm just channeling and vibing with you and talking and sharing sacred wisdom as well. As it comes through me, I share it. So that's the difference, kind of. In a regular intuitive guidance session, we're not gonna get up and be like, all right, we're gonna do a steam routine. That's the sit session. So you're not necessarily sitting, unless your thing is something other than movement. But most likely you'll be getting up or you'll be moving in your chair, doing something, steam routine in your chair. So that's the sit session. All right. So what I want to do today is I'm going to do what I call a pick a pal. Okay. And I'm going to set them up live so that, if anybody's a skeptic, I always like to do my first time with new people getting read. I like to let them see me shuffling and everything, because sometimes people are like, oh, she preset those piles up. She knew what the cards were, even though I can't possibly know everybody who's getting the reading. So I don't, but still, you just want to show that I am tapping in and I'm not just sitting here memorizing what the cards mean. I actually, a lot of these decks of cards I've got, I will tell you, I probably did not ever read the books that came with them. If I feel like a writer of the book gave some deep, dope explanations for the cards, I'll give my channeled message, and then I might, go into the book and say, oh, but I want to share with you what the book says. I also have homemade decks I'm mad that I'm seeing like people talking in late. I wish I could have greeted everybody as they signed in or got on. But hello again, everybody. I'm seeing like I made it, and I'm just seeing all of this halfway through the session. Oh, another side quick note about the workbooks. You don't have to have them for every day. So if you're not able to print them up, that's fine. Okay. They're meant to really be self-work. Like after a session, you go to that page and it's going to ask you something about today. And, you just write whatever you thought. So it's more for you to make sure you're processing everything and you weren't just sitting here like, and then when it's over, you're like, I'm gonna have to watch that again later. I don't know what the hell. So, the book kind of snaps you back like, all right, this was what we talked about. So what did you think about this? It's like a workbook / kind of journal. So if you can print it up, it's fine. If not, you can always just reference it, look at it on, your phone or your laptop, and, just think about some of the things that you're being asked. So what I want to do now is I'm going to make 3 pals. Okay, but I'm going to make the pals in real time. So the pals are not going to be preset up. I'm going to show you 3 crystals, and so I'm going to use a card too. I might use a card. Let me use some. Yeah, I'm sorry, because spirit moves me. So now I'm like, they're like, yeah, use a card. All right. So let's start with someone gentle with gentle messages. I'm gonna use my Mother Mary Oracle for the top card. This would be the card that would be at the top of the pile. So it would be how you would choose your pal. I'm gonna do that instead. I'll do crystals tomorrow, because then I could talk more about crystals. So anyway, I'm gonna show you Mother Mary card, and you'll choose your pal by that. So I'll be doing those that choose 1 first, 2, and 3. It's a general reading. I always have to do the disclaimer. It's a general reading. It's not personal. So there will be more than just you choosing a pal. Do not look at this as a personal read and take everything verbatim. Okay. Take what resonates and you'll be great. So this is just something you need to know, something your ancestor, the first one you think of, and this is coming from ancestors that you know. The message that's going to come through. It could be a grandmother, it could be a mother, could be father, uncles, auntie, cousin, could be somebody that was your best friend that was like your sister or brother. Either way, that's what's coming through. Okay. So here we go. For number 1s, I don't want to see the words in the back. I like to be surprised. So this would be pal number 1. All right. If you feel drawn to this card, then your message is going to be in the first pile. This is pile number 2. If this card speaks to your spirit, then your ancestors' message will be in this pile. And then card number 3. So if this card is, or the numbers, it could be the card or the numbers that you're drawn to, that will be your message if number 3 or that card. All right. So you could take a deep breath in, exhale, and whichever number, 1, 2, or 3, or whichever card was really calling to you, that's the one that has your message. All righty. So I'm going to start with pal number 1. The top card is your last card. That's your card of advice. So first, let me get you a message from my pal 1s. I'm using the Sufi Tarot. I'd like to mention the cards when I can remember the names of them, in case there's people that want to buy them. If you like the artwork, if it calls to you, maybe it sparks something with your intuition. Always get them. So pal 1, message from your ancestors. We have daughter. I'm going to show you the cards too. Daughter of the Swords, 4 of Coins, and Salik. Okay. So my pal 1s, the first message I'm getting for you is there's some kind of opportunity to speak your truth. Either you need to speak up and speak your truth to somebody, or someone's going to come towards you with their truth. Either way, with Daughter of Swords, Swords has a lot to do with the mind and thinking. It means somebody's been thinking, or you've been thinking about something, and it's time now for it to be out in the open. Got 4 of coins here. Now, this can mean one of two things. On one end, you could be holding on very tight to something that you value. And it could be money, or it could be a person. And maybe there's some truth that you need to speak to somebody about money or how they handle finances, or you need to speak to somebody about how they're holding on to you, your energy. Or it could be vice versa if you're the one holding on tight. For some of you, speaking may have something to do with you getting financial stability. So if you do speak, or have to you have to talk to people, or maybe even have a platform of some sort where you have to talk, it's going to bring you some kind of financial stability where you're going to feel like, yes. Okay, so speaking the truth for my power ones is important. And we have a new moon coming up, which I will be having a session on that day. My calendar says August 16th. All right. So new beginnings, new starts to things coming in now. And your last card is Salik, which is the Fool card. It's all about taking a leap of faith and trusting something. So those of you that do speak, there's something with pursuing something with speaking your truth, being authentic, that's going to bring you some kind of financial stability, but it requires you to just trust and take a leap of faith. And then for others of you, it may require you letting go of something that's holding on to you too tight, or or releasing something you're holding on to too tight. You know what resonates for you. All right. I have messages from the ancestors deck. I'm going to pull a card from that one, and I want to pull a card from my ancestor spirit deck and my homemade ancestral rhythms deck. All right, and then that'll be your read, and I'll give you your advice. So power ones, you have instinct, animal coming through. So you might be feeling very like hyper for something to happen. Maybe you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and you feel like the time is now, or my time is now, or whatever that may be. But they're saying, slow down a little bit, and you will know. Wait till you really, really feel it in your gut to go and do something. And that might have something to do with speaking your truth or a career goal. But they're saying like, the time is now, but use your instincts. You know when to pounce, and you know when to pull your energy back. All right. So that's just a word to the wise for my power ones. All right. 2 more cards for you guys. Okay, message from my power ones. They need to know. All right. So you got some kind of connection with animals. Your ancestors may send you your animal spirit guides a lot. So maybe you see certain animals a lot. Maybe you get animals flying up in your face, like birds or butterflies, or you see weird animals that don't belong in your neighborhood, like what happens to me sometimes. But they're asking you to connect with animals in a way for some kind of healing. This feels like passed away pets coming through as well. So if you have a pet that is passed on, and that resonates with you, that pet is coming through to let you know, like, yeah, I'm still here too. So connect. All right. And lastly, ancestral rhythms. Oh, and then I'll give you your advice card. These cards just give you a random message your ancestors want you to know today. My power ones, you got the rhythm called Triba. It's a welcome dance from Guinea. And the back of the card says your soul tribe is being called in. Trust. So there must be something you have to do that takes the support of a community or of other people. And your ancestors want you to know that those supporters, those people are coming in, or the people that are meant to help you get to that level are coming in. So just trust and keep going after whatever your goal is. And your final advice, You have Our Lady of Passion. Trust in the wisdom path of your heart and the timing of meaningful revelation. As you are ready to live your potential, the fullness of your soul's passionate purpose will be so alive in your heart that you cannot possibly miss what you are meant to be doing or how you are meant to be living. The heart has its own genius. Listen and trust your heart. And that is your advice, my pal ones. I'm going to move to pal number 2. I hope that resonated with you in some way, or you got something from that. My 2s who were drawn to this card, or the number 2. Let's see the message your ancestors have for you today. Well, dang, they got a lot to say. All right, so my 2s, right off the bat, you got the 7 of Cups coming through. You feel a little overwhelmed and stressed about options and choices ahead of you. You got to choose. You don't know which one to choose. Maybe you're somebody with a whole lot of talents, or maybe you're somebody with a whole lot of lovers. Whatever it is, you are kind of like, okay, what to do. So your ancestors are coming through to let you know they're trying to point you in a direction, trying to give you some clarity. 3 of Swords. Okay, so I see why you're not making you're feeling confused. And the Star. So my pal 2s, the issue with you is that you've been hurt in the past. You've been disappointed. You've made choices and you feel like you done had your heart bleeding. Like you've been really hurt by putting your heart into things and just getting nothing back. But your ancestors are saying some kind of reward coming in because you've been faithful. This is someone who is sticking to their dream, to their vision, to their goal, not straying off the path. Even though the path was windy and might have had a few bumps and obstacles, they're still trusting. And so for that reason, they want you to know that you're getting guidance with making a difficult decision. And you're getting some healing from past wounds that cause you to be hesitant to go after whatever your goal is. And that could be a relationship, a career, moving completely into a new environment, something that you have been wishing and hoping for. So it looks like it's going to come in. There's just a healing. With the 3 of Swords in the middle, it just feels like you may be going through a healing right now, and you might be feeling like you're going to be alone a lot. Like you might feel like, oh, people, that type of energy, because right now your ancestors are helping you heal from past damage that might have been done. And I don't really like to say damage. Like little wounds, wounds could be, could be healed. Might leave a scar, but it will heal. Damage is like irreparable. It's damaged. It sounds like it can't be repaired. All right, so you have, wow, Master Ancestor DNA coming through. Adaption. They want you to know that you have the ability to adapt to many different circumstances and situations, my 2s. Okay, you have, it's like in your DNA, you have some powerful, some serious ancestors, and they're letting you know that they're trying to integrate their energy, like their knowledge, their wisdom with you, or lead you in a direction where you can get these downloads and get these messages. Just know that you can adapt to any situation. Do not feel like you don't belong somewhere, you don't fit in. You're not supposed to. Master Ancestor DNA, yeah, you ain't supposed to fit in. You're supposed to be mastering the ability to be able to just, I feel like, shapeshift almost, or transform, renew yourself whenever you feel like it. That type of vibe. All right, who are you, pal 2s? All of you guys, I should have said put your number, your pal, in the comments so I can be nosy. Okay, because I know some of y'all. All right, my pal 2s, you also got honor the deities around you. Now, I don't really like the way they drew this Egyptian here, but I'm not going to go there right now. Honor the deities around you. Prayers, offerings, and help. They are saying that not only are your ancestors trying to come through, but, ooh, okay, look at that light energy. But also you have deities trying to come through. And what I feel for you, my 2s, is you did a lot of spiritual work, maybe in another lifetime. And these energies assist you now. And so she's wearing like the crown of Hathor, the goddess Hathor. So maybe she's supposed to be a priestess of Hathor. And they're just saying honor, pray. I'm seeing prayers here. And you pray, you will receive is what I'm hearing. Because help is coming in. Help is all around you. But stand in your faith. Stay faithful. I know you've been through a lot, my twos, but stay in the light. Stay faithful. Help is coming in. And with the star card there, it's seriously telling you that you are about to get something you really wished and dreamed of having. So your message from Ancestral Rhythms is Casadon, which is a harvest dance. Don't laugh at my drawings. And Casadon says, your hard work and dedication has paid off and a huge windfall is on its way. Well, there's your confirmation. That's why you got the star card sitting there, because you got something coming in. All right, so don't worry, don't sweat the stuff from the past. I feel like maybe something from the past is making you hesitant to make a choice about something because it disappointed you before. They're saying don't worry about it. You'll be all right. Whatever choice you make will be the right one. And your advice on the Mother Mary card is Our Lady of Manifest Miracles. Ooh. So vast is the scale of divine intelligence unfolding in perfect wisdom throughout the universe that our mind cannot grasp it. Miraculous grace is unfathomable to anything other than the trusting heart that needs no explanation. Offer up your fears, your doubts, and reasons why something cannot heal. Wow, this is right on point. Okay, then your soul can receive the blessing of the Sacred Heart that holds resolution for all matters within its kind genius. I might have to play that card back and listen to that again. All right, my pal twos, I hope that resonated with you in some way. Last but not least, my pal threes who were drawn to this card. All right, let's get your message. Oh, it's like, where'd my tarot cards go? Okay, message from my pal threes. Something y'all, they need to know. Okay, those three. All right. Okay. Whoa. Shah of Staffs. We starting off big. Okay, so we got King of Wands coming through. All right, my threes. The Three of Wands coming through. And Minar, which is the Tower, coming through. So my threes, stuff is about to shake up for you. You might have been sitting, you have a very ambitious energy, might I add. My threes, you might be somebody who people feels like they're always either doing something or have an idea, and maybe you ain't really that busy, but the energy or the appearance you give off, people feel like you're doing it. You're doing big things. You look at a flame on your wand. I mean, that's the vibe you give people. Whether you're a man or a woman, you come off with King of Wands. I want it, I go after it energy. Okay? So don't start second guessing yourself, because with the Three of Wands here, it did come through reverse. Usually, as you can see in the distance, the boats are coming in. So it's like they're not at the shore yet, but you see your ships coming in. In the reverse, it's like you know it's coming in, but you don't see it yet. So you're starting to want to be like, I give up. And they're saying you're right on the cusp of something great. So don't give up now. So if there's something you've been hoping for or waiting for it to happen, or something, whatever you've been waiting on, it's something you've been waiting for that has you very passionate. I don't know if it's a marriage proposal, it's a job offer, a promotion. It's something that you're very passionate about, and it's about to come in. But if you flip your energy into one of, man, ain't never gonna happen, I don't know why I'm waiting, then you're gonna mess that up. However, if you're already in that flow, it ain't gonna matter because you got the divine stepping in. When you have a tower moment, you see the lightning knocking that down. They thought the tower was stable and safe and they could sit up there. And God was like, no, no, we're not gonna pretend like this tower is stable. It's not. And knock it down. So if you try to give up on whatever your ancestors want you to pursue and do, if you try to give up on it, the divine is going to intervene and shake things up so that you will get back onto the path you're supposed to be on. So my pal threes, you are being not just guided but led at this time. Like, this is the way to go. All right. So you probably were led here today. You probably was like, oh God, I don't know why. I just feel like I need to be watching that. I need to be in the workshop, because you're being like really led at this time. Okay, to different experiences. Okay, yeah, the tower girl. But you know, in the Sufi tarot, it's a little. At least you don't see the people falling out. It's maybe you got out the tower before it got knocked down. So I could take that tower a little bit better than the traditional one where you see people falling to their deaths. Like, you really tried to sit up in there. All right. Inventor. All right, my threes. We got a lot of strong ancestral DNA, like energy up in this light tribe here. You have the inventor. You are going to find an ingenuity. I'm sorry, why am I tongue tied? Ingenuity. You're going to find that you are drawn to learn a lot of things. Like, there is a sacred wisdom that you are meant to download, and you might find yourself having to read things, having epiphanies, having experiences you never thought you were going to have. This also may be my pal of writers. Some of you may feel inclined to write, but this is like the pal of the visionaries. You think of things and you want to bring them into fruition. But just be careful, my pal threes, because with the inventor, you see all this going on, you could get scattered easy, scattered energy, where you got so much going on, nothing is getting completed, reaching what you want it to reach, because you're putting your energy too many places. So try not to do that. All right, what else did your ancestors want you to know, my threes? Okay. Remember who you are. Your culture, your resilience, your beliefs. Stand in them. I love this card. Remember who you are, my pal threes, okay? Dag, Sandy, I missed that question. Who is she as Norisha? What element? Which one was that? That was a card I put up. If you could clarify, just put it in the comments. I probably won't see it for another 5 minutes, but you could try it. I'm trying to, I don't remember, I don't know what card you're talking about. Or you're talking about the PAL 3. I'm sorry, my bra straps keep falling. But yeah, just put in the comments if you can remember. All right. So remember who you are is really your ancestors telling you to tap in. Remember not just who you are now, but who you have always been, who you were meant to be when you came to the earth at this time, who you might have been in past lifetimes where you can use that energy now. Where you come from, your ancestral roots. It's a time now for you to really connect to your ancestry, your culture, and what you believe. Doesn't necessarily have to be a traditional belief system, but what you believe. All right. So maybe you do something, or you write something, or you work in something that requires you to be resilient, and it may have people question your beliefs and stuff. All right. How to Egyptian priestess. Let's see. All right, luckily I stacked everything to the side. Pal 2 or 1? I don't see the Egyptian priesthood. Oh, the deities. Okay. All right. I know what you're talking about. That card, I believe, was supposed to have been Cleopatra. But they're just saying any deity. All right. Any deities. So that could be Yoruba, if that is the guides that you're drawn to. It could be anything. Santeria, it could be saints and or that type of thing. Ascended masters. But it really has no like specific culture. But if you wanted to, probably Oshun. But yeah, that was supposed to be Cleopatra. Hathor, if that's the goddess you're talking about, the crown she had on, Oshun. Yes, she's like the goddess of love, beauty, and all of that. Okay, sorry, my spirits was like, no, I think she means the goddess, not the person that was like this. Okay, gotcha. No, let me know if I got it. All right. All right. All right, my pal 3s. I'm sorry. Let me come back. Okay, so let's get your ancestral rhythm card. Ooh. All right, 3s. Your ancestors don't listen. I said 1 card. They sent 2, so I'm gonna take it because I'm not gonna fuss with them. Okay. I don't think I pulled a card for you guys from this deck. Did I? Look at that. See? I need to be pal 3 with this scattered. Yes, I did. Y'all got the inventor. Okay. Boom. All right. So you have 2 ancestral cards here. You have the Somba, which is a drum. Okay, I got it. Thanks. Good. Okay. See, I got the drum, Somba, which is the middle drum in the bass drum. Is the best way I can explain it for people who don't know. I actually have, this is a Somba here behind me, Somba drum. It's the second biggest drum in what is called the Doom Doom drum family. There's the Kinkani, which is the baby, and then the big one is the Doom Doom. So you got the one in the middle. And once again, don't judge my artwork. So your messages, you're so nurturing and giving to those who need you. Just make sure they're all your friends and family. So your ancestors are giving some of you a warning that maybe you're giving a little too much to some people who are not worthy. So be wary. Anyone who makes you feel drained, those are the people. Okay? And you have ancestral grounding bells. These are bells that are used when there's ancestral dancing to strap up the ankles. I thought I had some near me. That's why I'm looking around. Just to keep you grounded, the dancer grounded. So it says your ancestors are calling, literally on the back of your card, my 3s. Dance with your ancestors. Dance free. Close your eyes. Feel them and dance. So if you ain't dancing, pal 3s, that is pretty much the way you need to be doing STEAM, because that is how they're saying you are best able to connect to them, is just free dancing. Maybe you like to put on music and you just get in your zone. They're connecting with you when you're doing that. So zone out and dance. All right. And your final card of advice. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Our Lady of the Whispering Heart. The truest guidance is not always the loudest voice. Sometimes fear and doubt yell, while love and trust speak quietly, but consistently from deep within the heart. Trust in the truths of your heart, even when they seem quieter than the voices of fear within or around you. Listen and apply the soft, steady wisdom felt within with patience and confidence. And that is your advice, my pal 3s. I hope that these readings resonated. You were able to get something from any pal. Maybe you just stayed open and said, whatever pal I hear that calls to me, that's it. If that's how it works for you, that's what works. However your ancestors guided you today to get your message, I hope you got it. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing chakras. So we will do some movement tomorrow too. And there's going to be a raffle drawing. So at the end of each day, either sometime between late night and tomorrow morning, I put a self-work post in the private Facebook group, STEAM Holistic Arts. The post there will ask you a question. Is no right or wrong answer. You put whatever answer you feel, and what that does is it qualifies you for a raffle drawing for the prize for that self-work. It's called self-work because you decide if you want to do the work on yourself. The only way you qualify for the raffles is if you're registered. You can still do the work if you don't care about being in the raffle drawing. But if you would like to be in the raffle drawing, you have to be registered. Now, tomorrow's self-work prize, the raffle winner will get a card pulled at the end of tomorrow's session, a personal card pull. All right. So that's a nice prize. If you want that, make sure you do self-work. It's an easy question today. I'll tell it to you so you can even think, process it now. Which STEAM routine movement was your favorite and why? Now, if you don't remember, you'll have to go and watch the video again. But was it this one? Was it clearing your obstacles? Was it spreading love, giving to receive, dance with your ancestors, giving love to the divine? Which move? And you just write it down. You write why that move was great to you, and you might win the raffle drawing tomorrow. And that's what I got for y'all for today. Thank you for being here for this session. It was a great first session. What I wanted to do, I knew I had a special treat before I wrap it up. I'm going to roll the dice. And this is another quick, get a little general read. If you were drawing the pile 1, I'm rolling the dice with the symbols of planets on them. So this will give you a little hint of the vibe you will be in probably for this week. Okay. Wow. Okay. So pile 1s, you got the sun. I don't know if you can even see it clearly. You have the symbol for the sun. So you're going to be feeling very creative this week. Maybe it's going to feel like a new beginnings. You're going to be really, really feeling that new moon energy of new beginnings, of really being into yourself and the things you want to create and manifest. And yeah, just really getting out there and shining your light. 2s, if you are drawing a pile, if you pick pile 2, you're getting my numerology. I hate saying that word, numerological dice. This one also is associated to different zodiac sign houses. So let's see what your vibe is. All right, my pile 2s, you are in the 3rd house, which is the house of Gemini, the house of sharing, communicating, traveling to network and communicate. So you might find opportunities this week arising where either you're going to be speaking a lot or you need to be talking, you need to be networking, because there's going to be some powerful energy behind your speaking this week and talking and standing in your truth. All right. And if you chose pile 3, you have the astrological zodiac sign die. You have the sign, oh, this is my moon sign. You have the sign of Aquarius, and I'm showing you the wrong side. What the hell? Okay. The sign of Aquarius, which probably looks blurry, which is a great energy or vibration to be in. The house of Aquarius is the house of blessings, wishes being fulfilled. So if you chose pile 3, you got a really good week coming up for you. If money coming in from unexpected sources, if you are trying to build like a tribe, a community, a new group of friends or supporters, this week you're going to feel like, okay, I found my home, or I feel them coming in, or I belong. Aquarius is all about friends, wealth, soul tribe, blessings coming in. So this is going to be an amazing week of things happening that you're just like, oh, wow, that's what I've been wanting. This is what I've been waiting for. And that's what I got for y'all. So be back here again tomorrow at 8 p.m. EST for the second day of your Ancestors Speak. You still can register if you haven't yet. If you want to register as VIP, you can still do that. But yeah, I'll see y'all here tomorrow. If you registered, you'll get a reminder email anyway tomorrow. Peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of my tribe. Later, y'all.